Sexywalls Podcast, guys. Today's topic is boots. Comfortable shoes, boots for the workday. And we're going to talk about why right now. So, guys, your work shoes are the most important shoes that you have. No bullshitting. Why? Because you're standing on those shoes 8, 10, 12 hours a day. That is why. Those are the most important shoes you have. The worst thing you could do is buy stupid, cheap boots, shoes for work. Because your mentality is, it's work, so I don't need something nice. So I'm not going to spend this much money on these boots. But those are the most important shoes you have. Because it's during your work week. You wear those shoes all day, 10, 8, 7, 12 hours. Me, I wake up and so normally all the people that follow me, I'm a big Nike Air Max guy. Love my Nike Air Max, but I wear them when I have to. Of course, I learned the first time I ever owned a boot is going to a job site. This is back in the days when I just started, and they're like, yo, you can't come in. You need proper boots to come into this job site because it was more of a construction site, right? So, and they had to be steel toe. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't even know. So, I went to a cheap store and bought some boots because I didn't have that much money. And super uncomfortable, super heavy. The sides start beating you up, so it becomes a problem, right? But you need boots to work. So slowly but surely you start trying all these different brands and then you see what works for you, But like I said, I was a big Nike guy. I still wear my Nikes to my job sites, but when I wear boots, this is the boots I wear. These are the best shoes there are, man. These are called Brunt boots, guys. Remember, boots were invented basically in World War II, okay, for the soldiers. Why? Because the soldiers were walking a lot. They were going through water, puddles. They were wearing them to sleep, all that. So boots were made to protect your feet in your environment, okay? In your environment. Shoes don't really do that, like normal Nikes and stuff like that. Shoes are just comfortable and they look pretty, right? So the type of work that you do, you need proper shoes. If you're an electrician, you need basically rubber just in case you get electrocuted. If you're a construction worker, you need these type of boots for type of work to even get into the job sites. But the worst thing that you want is heavy boots and boots that makes your feet sweat, right? Those are the worst things you want, and especially when they're uncomfortable, okay? Now, these people right here, Brunt, I've been doing business with them for years now. They're my people. They're familia. Exotic with Brunt, always. If you tell me see me a boot, it'll be a Brunt boots from back in the days, right? So basically, my favorite one is this one. This is the big boy. To me, it's a big boy. Why? Because it looks dope. It looks gangster. It looks sexy. Love the brown leather. It's looks like an Italian leather because I wear a lot of Italian dress shoes, right? It's a faded leather, right? It looks beautiful. It has a steel toe. Slip resistant. This right here, and they're super comfortable. The inside, the soles inside is super comfortable, very lightweight, okay? Very lightweight. There's even more shoes that they have that has even less weight. They're like wearing feathers, and the best part is they're comfortable and they're approved on job sites, okay? This one I like probably even more. I like the way this one looks more. This looks really dope. This one is really good. This is waterproof, meaning all this could get water. This type of nylon could get water and it doesn't penetrate inside. Normally leather absorbs, right? So if leather gets wet, it gets somewhat damaged, but it looks good, cool because it's weared down, right? But it looks nice. But this is my favorite because of the way it looks. This is my favorite because the way it works for me at my job site, especially the days that I'm on top of scaffolds going up and down, up and down. I know I have to make sure I wear slip resistant shoes because I'm going up and down, because even with the Nike Air Maxes, I slip sometimes. It's happened. I don't fall, but I slip when I'm going down on the ladder of the Meditech scaffolding. It slips a little bit, right? So every time I do jobs that have to be in a high distance, I always wear boots, right? In a big construction job site that I have to wear, well, you have to wear a hard hat, you have to wear boots. So you want to wear your proper footwear, especially if it looks fresh and dope, you know, and it has that big orange Brunt logo. And when people see it, they recognize, oh, I love your boots. Always happens, you know. And majority of the people in here in Miami, Florida, and the construction sites have been wearing Brunt shoes. I don't know if it's because of me, because I know them. It might be Brunt if you're listening, but a lot of people are rocking them. And everybody that tells me the most comfortable boots they are. So if you guys need boots, these are the boots to get. Remember, with my line of work, I wake up super early. I'm out, go to the gym, work all day, come to the office. I have so much going on that I have to have good shoes all the time. You know, you can't be cheap with your work shoes. That's the most important. Even if you're a nurse or a doctor, you have to get comfortable shoes. Ladies that work in offices, what they normally do is wear heels all the time, and it starts actually messing up your back. Your feet start hurting, your lower back hurts, you're sitting all day as well. So I recommend for the ladies to bring flats, and then you know, when you're walking more, and then when you get to the office, you can put your high heels so it looks nice presentation wise, right? But then when you know you're gonna do a lot of walking, you take them off, put your flats on, put your sneakers on and stuff like that. A lot of women do that know what's up, especially the girls that live in New York or work in downtown Miami. They already know what's up. They do that. I know because I see it. So those are the smart ones. The smart ones because they're experienced in foot hurt. Like, I have the most expensive shoes, but then I'm walking through an art exhibit, right, for hours, and my feet are all broken because they look sexy, but they're not comfortable inside, right? So that becomes a problem. And they could be $1,000 shoes, you know what I'm saying? LV shoes, red bottom shoes, and they could beat you up, but they cost so much money. The thing is comfortability. So these shoes, this one right here ranges like 150, this one a little bit more because of the way it's built. I think it ranges like 180, and then there's $200 boots. Do not be cheap with your boots, man. You have to invest in yourself, and invest yourself in every aspect, from the tools that you have, right? Whatever tools you use, you want to buy the best quality tools, right? Me, when I get my shirts for my guys, my employees, I get the best quality ones. So I could wash this shirt 100 times and it will stay the same. The black stays black. It doesn't shrink, nothing like that, because I know what kind of fabrics to buy, because I'm an educated man. So even with my work pants, I buy the proper work pants, so I could wash them 1,000 times and they still do good. The only thing, they could be getting too messy, and then if they get too messy, I throw it away. Same thing with the boots. If they get too messy, I'll throw them away. But realistically, boots could last you forever. It depends what kind of work you do. If they're always getting wet, then they could get somewhat damaged. But I see construction workers wearing boots for years and it still looks good. Remember, some broken in boots are worth more than 10 new ones because they feel so comfortable, right? If you have cheaper boots, if you can't afford expensive boots, you get soles inside, right? Don't get the gel ones, just get the soles inside. They're for boots, that helps, right? And then when you can, buy the proper shoes, because this is from putting it on all the way to the sides, it's super comfortable. So guys, Exotic Wall Finishes here at the Sexywalls Podcast, basically telling you, take care of your feet, especially if you're standing up all day like me, going up and down ladders, scaffoldings, walking down job sites, standing all day, doing application-wise or whatever type of work that you do, that you need boots for your type of job site. My recommendation to you guys is the Brunt boots. They're dope. They also have them in low top, guys. So you can't go wrong with it, man. Exotic Wall Finishes, Sexy Walls Podcast, and Brunt, guys.